Here's a question from a frustrated director of finance. Dear Lance, I started with my current firm as director of finance 6 months ago, reporting directly to the CEO, who is also the owner of the company. The company had gone through 2 other directors of finance in the 4 previous years, and the company's finances and finance department were in a total state of disarray. I was told during the interview process by both the recruiter and the CEO that I would be free to make any changes I saw fit. In fact, I was told specifically that I was being hired because they needed a real change agent in the top finance job. I was excited by the opportunity to make a real difference when I joined the firm, but now, 6 months later, I'm totally frustrated. Having given me the mandate to overhaul the finance group, the CEO is either stalling on or vetoing every initiative I've proposed. Just to name a few, he won't let me fire the accounting manager, his wife's cousin, implement a new ERP system, too expensive or disruptive, or establish performance metrics for the operations side of the business. Other executives might find them intrusive. I really need to get out of here, but I'm afraid of being burned again. How can I ensure next time out that the job and the boss I'm interviewing for is the job that I actually get?
Well, every situation is different, but in any and all situations where you're considering joining a new company, you really need to do your own due diligence. People tend to hear what they want to hear, and they'll overlook discrepancies in the story they're being told if they like the overall story. Take your current situation as an example. You like the challenge of cleaning up the finance group, but it sounds like you didn't dig deep enough into how it came to be in such a bad state in the first place. Now, no doubt the CEO or the recruiter characterized the situation as having been the fault of the previous 2 directors of finance. But bells should have been ringing, and ringing loudly regardless. As tactfully as possible, you should have found out in detail how the previous incumbents handled the position and the specifics around them leaving the company. Did they jump? Were they pushed? Even if you buy into the premise that the previous incumbents were that bad, well, it implies that the CEO wasn't all that good at hiring finance executives. And if that's the case, you kind of have to ask yourself why he would have any better luck with you. Now, the other possibility is that the fault doesn't lie with the incumbents at all, which means you need to find out what's really going on before you even think about signing on the dotted line. So just as the company did reference checks on you, you should have done reference checks on them. Now, the best tactic in this case would have been to contact the incumbents on LinkedIn, tell them that you're interviewing for the position, and ask to speak to them or correspond with them on a confidential basis about the company and the job. In some cases, when you take this tack, you may end up hearing excuses and sour grapes. However, in your case, I think you would have heard a lot of new information that would have had you running for the hills.